Welcome to the Church of Thomas. Stewardship in Action, 5/20/11. The Church of Thomas has a firm belief that as good stewards, we have to take care of the natural resources, the people, the plants, and the whole ecosystems, the animals, everything. And if we don't do it, we are not serving God. These are gifts that are given to us, and like small children, if we abuse and destroy our gifts, we may not get another chance. I found some interesting articles recently. One of them is biofuel cells that these people who are doing the research have figured out how to do basically 3 different things that are needed in developing worlds, and to create a decentralized way of doing things so that there is no loss in transmission lines, and it is available and inexpensive for people who don't have a lot of money. One of the things that they can do is desalinate water. Well, purifying water is very complicated in that it takes a lot of energy, and unless you have a lot of energy plants or sources of energy or power lines to do it, you may not be able to get clean energy. Ironically, the areas that need clean water the most are the ones who have very little energy. So that's number 1. Number 2, there's sewage treatment. Now what's interesting about this is, again, it's the areas that don't have a lot of power and don't have a good standard of living that often have the most problems with sewage removal and treatment. Diseases obviously happen when you cannot treat the sewage. You can destroy the ecosystems that you are getting your foods from, and you can basically destroy your environment. So that's another good thing. In addition to that, this mechanism that they are developing will produce hydrogen for energy, with a net surplus that can be used for other things besides the desalination of the water and the sewage treatment. It's interesting because they're using the sewage to produce the electricity that helps desalinate the water as a byproduct. The extra energy can be used for all sorts of other things, and I think it's marvelous. I encourage this kind of technology and research. The surplus of energy is even after it has treated the sewage and desalinated the water. That is paramount, because obviously if you don't have enough energy, having it taken care of by the actual waste that you're trying to deal with is wonderful. University of Colorado in Denver is the one that is working on this particular thing. Got a couple of quotes for you. Got Luke 19:13. He summoned 10 of his slaves, and he gave them 10 pounds each, and said to them, "Do business with these until I come back." And then Luke 19:16-23. The first came forward and said, "Lord, your pound has made 10 more pounds." And he said to him, "Well done, good slave, because you have been trustworthy in the very small things, take charge of 10 cities. Then the second came, saying, "Lord, your pound has made 5 pounds." And he said to them, "And you will rule over 5 cities. And then the other came, saying, "Lord, here is your pound. I wrapped it up in a piece of cloth, and I was afraid of you, because you are a harsh man, and you would take what you did not deposit and reap what you did not sow." And he said, "I will judge you by your own words, you wicked slave. You knew, did you, that I was a harsh man, taking what I did not deposit and reaping what I did not sow? Why then did you not put my money in the bank, and then when I returned, I could have at least collected it with interest?" Can you imagine getting a resource and taking all of it out, or being so afraid of using it for a common good that you don't even make interest? In our society, and with our growing populations, it is paramount that the technologies that can create better lives and use less of the natural resources that we've been given are very important. God bless the whole world, no exceptions. Angel.